contribute as well to this discussion is the extent to which digital empire, and in this case, we're talking about corporations like Amazon Web Services, have become central nodes in an industrial complex that facilitates military operations, surveillance, and data-driven controls. And the fact that we are hosting these giant tech companies at whim in this country, they have signed contracts like Project Nimbus, which link cloud services, AI infrastructure, and intelligence support directly to the operations of the Israeli occupation force, including automated weaponry systems, predicted targeting algorithms, and integrated logistic networks. And these systems absolutely affect civilian populations. One of our concerns that we should also have as South Africans is the deployment of spyware, of surveillance tools, and how we need to ask questions to our government, given the consideration of these AI-enabled targeting systems, what systems are being put in place, not just to protect South African government, but to protect civil society actors, human rights defenders that are facing direct threats to safety. And how are these government communications and digital infrastructures compromised, or how are they set to be compromised? And I think to focus on the digital industrial complex also mirrors a very particular historical set of realities in our country. When we talk about how the Dutch East India Company, for example, arrived in the Cape in 1652, it was not here just to trade, but it was intertwined with sovereign powers. It waged war, it forced treaties upon the indigenous people of this country, dispossessing San and Khoi. And it is an imperative that, given our history of corporate and state power that were fused at the beginning, that this structural design is also being allowed once again to violence itself and to basically re-explore and also re-express this exploitation of operation. And today, corporations like Amazon Web Services, they also operate within the same logic. And whereas the Dutch East India Company was the then first and largest corporation on the earth, which had this intertwining with the Dutch state, we have entities like today's world's largest company on earth, Amazon Web Services, with the same kind of relationship with the United States.